Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Sankirtana Mahayajna ki
Jai.
Om Ajnanatamidandhasya Jnananjana
चक्षुर्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्री चैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा तदामह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं सावधैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमोस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णाप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनवातारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरम्. Thank you, devotees, for joining. And this is a very joyful process. And as we chant this Hare Krishna mantra more and more and more, it's a process of revelation. If you are sincerely serving the mantra, if you have integrity and serve the mantra, many things will be revealed to us more and more and more and more. It's a process of revelation. Prabhupada quotes this shloka very often when he talks about the Hare Krishna mantra. Sevan mukhe hi jikhvadau swayameva spuratyatah. So, Krishna hides the truth for someone who desires illusion. Krishna says, Mudhoyam nabhijanati. A person who is a foolish person cannot understand me. Yogamaya samavrataha. Mudhoyam nabhijanati. Yogamaya samavrataha. So, for an insincere person who's having kapata, kapata means deceitfulness, then Krishna is very difficult. So, and all I have to do to progress in Krishna consciousness, just be honest and depend on Krishna. That's all. I don't know anything Krishna. I'm struggling for so long. So this knowledge is given by the spiritual master that actually what I am undergoing moment after moment is merely a play of my mind, that's all. My mind is pushing me in different ways. I've given this example many times. There is a paper boat on an ocean. The paper boat on an ocean doesn't have any independence. Similarly, when you chant the Hare Krishna mantra, one will come to the intellectual platform. When it comes to the intellectual platform, one can realize and see the mind and see how I am controlled by the mind. So to see the mind is because many times people say, Prabhu, I'm chanting Hare Krishna mantra. My mind is very distracted. I say, congratulations to you. Why? Because until now, you never even realized your mind was getting distracted. Your mind is distracted always. But right now, when you're trying to chant Hare Krishna mantra, we realize our mind is just getting distracted. That means what? We are seeing the mind. That means we have realized to some extent that we are different from the mind. So it's a step above. So it's a process. When we are sincere, like you see this person saying, Prabhu, I'm not able to control the mind. Many people might not even ask the question because they don't even realize that they are having an uncontrolled mind. We don't realize many times, right? So in this way, as we chant more and more and more, we get purified. And as we get purified, like how Brahmaji, I was listening to Srila Prabhupada while coming on the way, Srila Prabhupada was saying how Brahmaji's heart, Hridaya Adikavaye, he revealed the knowledge of himself in the heart of Brahmaji. Now Prabhupada was saying, this revelation of knowledge can also happen to you. Don't think it can only happen to Brahmaji. Krishna can reveal that within your heart also. Your heart also it can reveal immediately. How? What is the qualification? What is the prerequisite? Krishna mentions in the Bhagavad Gita, Chaturshloki Bhagavad Gita we saw last week. There are 4 shlokas that are the summary of Bhagavad Gita, 10.8, 10.9, 10.10, 10.11. These 4 shlokas are called the Chaturshloki Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita in 4 shlokas. And Krishna says, Aham sarvasya prabhavo matthas sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanditaha. Krishna says, who's a Buddha? Buddha means one who has got buddhi. Buddha. Who's got Buddha? Who's buddhi? Who's got buddhi? Bhava samanditaha. He's got bhav towards me. Bhava samanditaha. What is that buddhi he possesses? Very simple. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate. Iti matva. If you understand this jnanam, what jnanam? Everything is emanating from Krishna. It's a very deep point actually. This jnanam, that everything comes from Krishna, is Brahma jnanam. This is why Krishna is saying, Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate. Right now we are thinking, I am the source of everything. Like I asked, how is the puri coming out? Very nice. Pashyame yoga vaishwaram. Krishna is telling the Bhagavad Gita, Pashyame yoga vaishwaram. This is all my aishwaryam. But when when my son performs very well, my daughter is writing very well, Pashyame yoga vaishwaram. See my expansion, right? Doing very nicely. Right? See my house. Pashyame yoga vaishwaram. Right? Pashyame yoga vaishwaram. See how nicely I code. See my job, LinkedIn. Pashyame yoga vaishwaram. So in this way, right now I am the center. Right? This is one of the qualities of an asura. Krishna says, an asura thinks Ishvaro aham. Ishvaro aham, aham bhogi, siddho aham balavan sukhi. If someone tries to advise me what does the asura think, I am perfect only, you close your mouth and go. Siddho aham. Siddho aham. Siddho aham means I am perfect only. I am good only. Go. Right? There was even one person who wore a t-shirt in my hostel. Right? Buddha is telling, you close your mouth, I'm good only. Right? They're putting Buddha for his own ego. Right? So to sanctify, we want to religiously sanctify our ego, right? Yeah, because anything you sanctify, it appears nice, right? So anyway, my point is, when we understand Krishna is the center, aham sarvasya prabhavo. There is a song I learned when I was small, very nice. It comes in Kannada. He says, Srishti sthiti laya karana govinda ಈ ಪರಿಮಹಿಮಯ ತಿಳಿಯುವದಾನಂದ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ ಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಲಯ ಕಾರಣ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಈ ಪರಿಮಹಿಮಯ ತಿಳಿಯುವದಾನಂದ. Just simply by understanding how everything is coming from Krishna, this is the Vedanta Jnana. This is very difficult to get. Very difficult to understand. Ishvara, because we are all Nirishvaravadis. Nirishvaravadis means trying to see everything independent of Ishvara. Nirishvaravadi. Now Krishna says, if you understand your bhava samanditaha, if you are doing this bhav, tesham, if you have this knowledge, Madchitta, Madgata Prana, they are having me as the life and soul. Madgata Prana. Gata Prana means they have given themselves. Madchitta, because they have understood me as the essence of everything. Sthavar jangam dekhe na dekhe tar murti, sarvatra hoy nije ishtha deva spurti. Chaitanya Charitamrita says, Sthavar jangam dekhe na dekhe. Sthavar jangam, a devotee doesn't see this microphone. How does he see? This is Krishna's. When he moves his hand, he doesn't think it is his hand. It is Krishna's hand. It is Krishna's voice. Everything is Krishna's. Thavor jangham dekhe na dekhe. He does not see. Thavar jangam dekhe na dekhe tar murti. Sarvatra hoy nijo ishtha deva spurti. Everywhere he sees Krishna only. Everywhere he sees Krishna out of prem, out of love. So for such a person, tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam. For such a person who loves me so dearly, bhajatam priti purvakam, with so much priti, Krishna says, dadami buddhi yogam tam. I will give you knowledge. Like I was talking about this last week, right? So dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te. Tesham eva anukampartham. Krishna is getting shivering by seeing this devotee who is continuously remembering him. The devotee is feeling shivering to Krishna, and Krishna is feeling shivering for his devotee. This is the exchange of romance. One should not think only the devotee loves Krishna, there is no reciprocation. Krishna is also getting shivering. That is why Krishna is using the word anukampa. Kampa means shivering. Right? We see this in Guru Ashtakam. Romancha kampa shrutaranga bhajo vande guru shri charanarvindam. Romancha kampa. Roma means hair. Romancha kampa. This guru, what is the guru lakshanam? This is what we sing every morning. Every morning is to remember guru lakshanam. Lakshanam of the spiritual master. What is the lakshana of the spiritual master? He is romancha kampa ashru. Ashru means what?
Tears.
Romancha kampashru. Romancha kampashru taranga bhajo. He is worshipping with not blind, Hare Krishna, boring. No. Romancha kampa ashru. Shivering. Hairs are standing on the end. Kampa. I use the word kampa. Romancha kampa. And Krishna is the same word here. Tesham eva anukampartham. There is romance between the devotee and Krishna. And Krishna says, for such a person, I will tell him, Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami. Someone who is having priti purvakam, his love is constantly having priti, love. How can he remember Krishna always without priti, without love? Is it possible to remember someone always without priti? No. And how can you have priti if you do not know whether he exists for sure or not? Right? We do not know about him. How can you love someone without knowing about that person? First we have to understand he exists. And then we have to know about his qualities. Yani namani gaunani vikhyatani mahatmanaha. Right? Gunani, we have to understand his beautiful, resplendent qualities. Gunani vikhyatani mahatmanaha. Rishibhit paribhitani. All the great sages have described his beautiful, attractive, splendorous qualities. Now, for such a person who's glorifying me always, Preeti, with so much love, Dadami buddhiyogam tam. Yena mam upayantite. How this person can come to me, that trick, who will teach me? Krishna himself will teach you. Krishna will say, do this, don't do that. Krishna will remind you. Krishna will remind you. Krishna will remind you to deprioritize something. Krishna will give you strength. Krishna will give you discrimination. Krishna will give you knowledge. Krishna will put you in a place where you'll have spiritual friendship. Krishna will give you the strength to say no. Dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayantite. Ramanujacharya gave a very rasika commentary. He said, Tesham satati yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam. So this shloka can be split two ways. One way to split this shloka is that for a devotee who worships me with love, I give knowledge to that person. Krishna is saying that. So this priti purvakam, if you put it in the first line, Tesham satati yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam. He is doing that bhajanam with priti purvakam. Priti purvakam is a visheshan, is the adjective. Bhajatam is the verb. Kriya shabdam, what you are doing. Now Ramanujacharya, so priti for the jiva, definitely not. So even if someone is trying bhajatam, now Ramanujacharya said, priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam. With great love, I offer that knowledge to him. Krishna out of priti purvakam dadami. I don't have love. I am trying to worship Krishna. But Krishna, even if I chant Hare Krishna, Krishna develops so much priti. Krishna says, priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam. I am just moving the chair from one place to the other place in the Bhakti Vriksha. Priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam. Someone just waited outside, like there is a devotee, it is mentioned in one of the Puranas. Some devotee actually didn't want to offer obeisances, but somehow he slept in Navadip Dham. And because he slept, Mahaprabhu considered, this person is offering obeisances to me. So, Priti Purvakam Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam. So, Krishna is called Vyajam. Vyajam means Krishna is looking for a sake, some reason. He has to do something, and then I have to have a reason to give him knowledge and realization. Dadami Buddhi Yogam. Because Krishna has got so much Preeti. Preeti Purvakam Dadami. Can we match Krishna's Preeti or what? No. Whatever Preeti we show will always fall short of what Krishna's Preeti can offer. Is it not? So, very nice commentary. So, the point is, the more and more we do something, some vyajam. Vyajam means some sake, namesake. So our chanting also Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. What can I do? I'm being kicked by my mind. I cannot control. Please, you control me. Let me submit. Give me knowledge. It's not possible to control the mind without realization. It's not possible. When the realization comes, automatically the mind becomes chupchap. Automatically, because one can see Krishna. So what is the test you are not seeing God? Very simple, the mind is agitated. Jitatmana prashantasya paramatma samahitaha. Jitatmana prashantasya. If you have conquered your mind, you are seeing the Paramatma. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, 6th chapter. So this is the mood of chanting Hare Krishna mantra. I cannot do anything. I am unfit. I am incapable. I don't have any upaya. I want you. Why do you want me? Don't you want money? Yeah, money is there, but money is only for this body, Krishna. I'll be born again. Okay, why money is okay? I'll give you some position. Position also is my imagination only, Krishna. It's my imagination. It's only for others. Others have to recognize that this is my position. Then only I feel happy. This is called Parasmai Prakasha. Parasmai Prakasha means others have to tell you that it is good. Then only you will understand. You will believe it is good. If I wear a nice dress, can I say it is a nice dress? Can I believe there is a nice dress myself? You can't believe. For at least 2-3 people have to tell it's a nice dress. Correct or not? Because it is parasmai prakasha. Parasmai prakasha means others have to validate it. Is it not? That means I am not convinced of that experience because it is external. It is falsified. It is false. That is why it is parasmai prakasha. But Krishna consciousness is swayam prakasha. Swayam prakasha. You'll understand, yes, this is true. Like a sun that rises on the east when you go in the morning, you'll understand, yes, this is true. Swayam prakasha. Swayam prakasha. You don't need anyone to validate it. So you can tell, you have to tell Krishna. Krishna will give you so many options in the mind during chanting. You take this, you take that, you go here, you do this. No, Krishna. No, Krishna. I want you only. I want your lotus feet only. I want you, Krishna, please. Please, please, I want to serve you. Enough of serving my senses. Don't give me any more ideas. Right? And even if you give me ideas, I don't have the knowledge to even get it out. Right? Give me knowledge. Somehow be honest to Krishna. Struggle to go to Krishna during chanting. Right? Wherever you are, that way, more and more and more, we will realize the truth. This is basically Krishna consciousness. And Krishna, to elucidate this knowledge, is what is speaking in the Bhagavad Gita. So we were discussing until 12th chapter yesterday. So Krishna willing, we'll try to cover from 13th to 18th chapter. So 13th to 18th chapter, before going there, Bhagavad Gita talks about 5 things. Does anyone know what the Bhagavad Gita talks about? 5 subject matters of Bhagavad Gita.
3 more.
That is one thing. Karma yoga is how to get to Krishna, one of the ways, okay? But what does Krishna talk about as subject matters? What he talks within those divisions is something. But what is the subject matter? Like you have physics, chemistry, like that. Right? So what is the subject matter of Bhagavad Gita? 5 things he talks about in Bhagavad Gita. And repeat after me. Ishvara, Jeeva, Prakriti, Kaala, Karma. These are the 5 things Krishna talks about in the Bhagavad Gita. Can you all repeat after me? Ishvara, Jeeva, Prakriti, Kaala, Karma. 4 things are basically eternal. Ishvara, Jeeva, Prakriti, Kaala. All these are eternal. Karma eternal or not?
No.
Is karma eternal?
No.
Why not?
No, karma is eternal.
Karma is only the material world.
Okay. Prakriti is also only the material world.
Karma cannot destroy it. It is eternal.
Sorry? Karma can be destroyed or cannot be destroyed?
No.
Karma can be destroyed or cannot be destroyed. How many of you think karma can be destroyed? Not like this. Either this or nothing. Karma can be destroyed or cannot be destroyed.
Cannot be.
If it cannot be destroyed, we don't need to read Bhagavad Gita because anyway I do what I do only. Correct? Right? You can. That's what the scientists are saying. Scientists are saying right now the modern science, their ontology is basically very deterministic. Deterministic means only matter exists. And when only you say matter exists, someone can go in the court and say, you know what? Why did you kill this person? Hey, no, my electrical signal from my neuron fired like that. That is why I killed that person. I did not do anything. My genes of my father is like that. That is why I killed. So this is a deterministic philosophy. Deterministic means what? Anyway, everyone will do what they are doing only. Nothing can change. So this is one of the disadvantages of a materialistic philosophy. Because a materialistic philosophy, hedonistic philosophy, only where matter exists, means it will have to converge in determinism. Determinism means because matters are reacting like that. So no one has a choice. My body was formed in such a way that some matters are interacting. And suddenly some kindness is coming, suddenly some rudeness is coming, suddenly some this is coming, suddenly that is coming. Many things are coming. There is nothing called I or anything. I is an accident. This is what the science, if you extend that all of us are just chemicals, if you extend that argument, what the atheists Karl Marx or Richard Dawkins, you know Richard Dawkins? Is there anyone here who does not know Richard Dawkins? No? Really? You do not know Richard Dawkins? You don't? No one knows Richard Dawkins? Okay. He's like the Parama Guru of all the atheists. Okay. So he's like the most advanced atheist. So he wrote a book called The God Delusion. The God Delusion. Right? God Delusion. So Karl Marx, Richard Dawkins, and in North India, who else? I mean, South India, E.V. Ramaswamy. So, yeah, Charvak, whatever. Ultimately, what? You can say so many names. But ultimately, only what? Matter only is existing. But if matter only is existing, there is no I. There is no I. There is no Sai Ram. There is no Hariharan. There is no Jai. Nothing. This is one chemical combination. That is another chemical combination. I am another chemical combination. This chemical combination is firing and speaking Bhagavad Gita. That chemical combination is firing and going away from the class. There is nothing right, there is nothing wrong, there is nothing good, there is nothing bad. Ultimately, everything is a colossal accident. What is good, what is bad? Correct or not? Correct or not? Such a useless philosophy, right? So anyway, so my point to bring this whole point is, karma, if you believe that it cannot be changed, some people believe in destiny. No, anyway, destiny only, what can be done? Karma can never be changed. No, karma can be changed. Krishna is saying that in the Bhagavad Gita. Right? Krishna says, Bhasmatat sarva jnanagni dagdha karmanam. Jnana agni dagdha karmanam. Dagdha means what? Burnt. Jnana agni dagdha karmanam. Karma can be burnt by what? Jnana agni. Jnana agni dagdha karmanam tam mahuhu panditam buddhaha. He is a pandita. Who? He can burn the karma by jnana. Sambandha jnana. About jnana of what? These 4 topics I am talking about. Jnana means topic of knowledge of these 5 topics. Can someone say these 5 topics?
Ekaṁ, Prakriti, Kaala.
Very nice. Right? So Ishvara is Krishna, Jeeva is who am I? I'm not the body, I'm not the mind, I'm not the intelligence. Nainam chintanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavakaha. I'm not the mind. Nasainam kledayantyava nashoshayati marutaha. Krishna is talking about the Jeevas, and Ishvara, Krishna says, I am that Ishvara, matta parataram nanyati jasti dhananjaya mayi sarvavidam protam sutre manigana eva. So Krishna talks about the Ishvara tattvam, because you cannot explain this experience without Ishvara. You can also come negatively. Why should you accept Ishvara? I don't accept Ishvara. Then if you go inside to Tarkam, you'll come to understand there cannot be a situation without Ishvara. Right? Without Ishvara, there's a Nyayayikas, there is a lot of arguments. Right? Anyway, so Ishvara, Jeeva, and then Prakriti. Prakriti is what we always talk about. What is the Prakriti made of? Someone gave an answer. Panchabhuta, very nice. And then what else? Huh? 3 Gunas, very nice. 3 Gunas. All this is made, this is constituting Prakriti. And then there is Kaala. Kaala only controls Prakriti. That is why I get tensed. Like my body is Prakriti. But suddenly my hair is growing old. Hey, my body is becoming weak. How is it happening? Because Kaala controls Prakriti. Time only controls Prakriti. That is why time is the man and Prakriti is the woman. So Kaala, the representative of Kaala is Shambhu Tattva, Lord Shiva, to put it simply. And Prakriti is Durga Devi. So Lord Shiva and Durga Devi controls. Because when there is no Kaala, Prakriti cannot function. Prakriti cannot function. Prakriti wants to change. But for something to change, you need time. Time is a separate element. Theory of relativity, Einstein said it. Time is a separate element. And only time is there. You can go from, I want it to become summer. You want like this. This Prakriti is desiring. But Prakriti cannot do anything now. Prakriti has to wait for Kaala. My mind is Prakriti. It is saying, I want summer. But Kaala is telling, wait. Kaala is controlling Prakriti. Kaala said, only this much Prakriti you can change. So Kaala is always controlling Prakriti. And this Jeeva is under the control of this Prakriti right now. So Jeeva is basically engrossed in this Prakriti. And when the Jeeva is engrossed in this Prakriti, it is called karma. It is called Jiva is engrossed in Prakriti. That activities he does when he is engrossed in Prakriti is called karma. When the Jiva turns away from Prakriti and turns towards Ishvara and executes those activities are called Bhakti. Okay? So, Bhakti and karma appears very same, but one Jiva who is doing karma is engrossed in Prakriti. And when he is engrossed in Prakriti, he is always anxious. Why? Because Kaala is controlling Prakriti. He is saying when this will happen, when that will happen, when this will happen. He is always anxious. Because Kaala is controlling Prakriti. But the Jiva is absorbed in Krishna. Because Krishna is controlling Kaala. You are like very nice, cool like a cucumber. Very nice, very happy. Right? So, talking about the 13th chapter, 14th chapter is completely talking about Prakriti. Okay? Mostly. 13th chapter also Krishna talks about Jnana. But more or less he talks about this Prakriti Tattva. Okay? And 15th chapter Krishna talks about Purushottama Jnana. Supreme Ishvara. Very clearly who is Ishvara. 15th chapter. 15th chapter is why it's very important chapter. And 16, 17, 18. 16 of course again he talks about different types of people. Devi and the Asuri Sampat. Devi Asuri Sampat Vibhaga Yoga. Who are the divine persons, who are the demoniac persons. And 17th chapter, Krishna, 16, 17, 18, talks about people when they are controlled by this Prakriti, how they act differently. They have different types of religion, they have different types of tapasya, and they have different types of this, different types of that, different types of food. Right? So 17th chapter talks about different types of religions. So you cannot say different types of religion means can I find about Christianity, this, that. Not that type of religion. We have been discussing this. So Krishna talks about that in the 17th chapter. In 18th chapter, Krishna talks about what is conclusion of renunciation. What is the perfection of renunciation? Perfection of spiritual life. Krishna talks about. So 13th chapter, I tried to maybe talk. So, very beautiful. Idam shariram kaunteya kshetram ityavidiyate yetad yo vititam prabhu kshetrajnam iti tadvidaha. Kshetrajnam abhichamam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata kshetrajnyoho jnanam yatta jnanam matam mama. Every shlokam is very amritamayam. Krishna is asking, I am not able to believe in the soul. Someone is telling. Very easy, Arjuna. Very easy, Arjuna. How to see the soul right now in 265 Beacon Hills Drive, apartment 208, Auburn Hills, MI 2414. Can I see the soul right now? Can I see the soul right now? Krishna says, very easy. Very easy. Kshetra and Kshetrajna. Whatever you are calling idam. Idam means this. This house is very dirty. This body is very weak. I hate this person. Krishna is saying, whatever you call as this is material. Is material. Idam shariram kaunteya. Even when you are saying the very deep concept, not concept, it is a very deep tattva. Krishna is saying, if you understand, you are in an environment. You are in a space right now. You are in US. It is a space you are in. You are in Michigan. You are in a space. You are in an environment. I always give this example. If the environment is clean, you feel happy. You walk into Michigan, when the Michigan streets are very clean, you feel happy. So you are in a kshetram and you are affected by the kshetram. Similarly, Krishna says, mind is also a kshetram you are. Kshetra means what? You sow the seeds. What do you do in a field? You sow the seeds in a kshetram. Correct or not? And whatever you sow, you will reap. So mind is a kshetram. Body is a kshetram. Everything is a kshetram. So I will have a certain kshetram. Kshetra means I will have a certain environment in my mind, in my system. And Krishna says, who is the soul now? Where is the soul? I am not able to see the soul. I want to study the soul. I want to prove the soul, many people say. But Krishna says, you can never prove the soul. If you are proving the soul, that means whatever you are proving is not the soul. Why?
Soul is the one only proving.
Because whatever you want to prove, that means you think of it as an object. So as soon as you think you will prove God, you cannot prove God. Because God is not a object. He is not a kshetram. He is not known. He is not an object like this, because this is a kshetram. I am the kshetrajna. Oh, this is the book. I am knowing it. I am kshetrajna. This is the kshetram. So how will I understand? Say the same example to the body. I close my eyes. This is the hand. I am the consciousness who's knowing. I am kshetrajna, who is aware of this kshetram. So I am separate, and what I am aware of, it is separate. I am the one who's cognizing. This kshetram changes when you sleep. Immediately you go to India, or maybe immediately you go to somewhere else. I don't know where you go, but the kshetram changes. Who is there? Kshetrajna is there, but then he is aware of a different kshetram. You understand? So the kshetram is continuously changing. Who's constant? Kshetrajna is constant. Now the kshetrajna is like embroiled in the kshetram. Now Krishna says there is another kshetrajna. He is constantly saying when this guy will come out of the kshetra absorption. Kshetrajnam abhichamam vidhi dvav suparna sayudashakaya. Upanishad says there are two birds in a tree. One bird is eating the fruit of the tree, it is becoming weak. Another bird is not at all eating the fruits of the tree, it is becoming very pushti, like a full six-pack person. Okay, how is it? One is eating the fruits of the tree is becoming weak, someone who is not eating anything is becoming pushti. Right? The person who is eating the fruits of the tree is the Jivatma. The more and more you eat, the more and more you become weak. You can understand this. When you speak, what happens? You are touching matters. When you speak material stuff, you become weak. When you speak about Krishna, because you are not touching matter, you become strong. You do material activity, you become tired. You become depressed. Because you are touching, right? You are touching the fruits. When you touch the fruits, then what happens? You become weak. I want fruits of this world. Anyone who wants the fruits of this world will become weak. Now Krishna is saying, when will this person stop eating the fruits of this world and turn towards me? Dva suparna sayuja shakaya. In the shakha, there is dva suparna. There are two birds. One bird is eating the fruit, another bird is watching. Drashta anumantacha bharta bhokta maheshwaraha. Upadrashta anumantacha. He is a drashta. He is seeing. He is continuously seeing. When this person will turn to me? When will this person turn to me? When will this person turn to me? And when he's thinking like that, we subscribe to another materialistic Instagram channel and Krishna says that's over. Now another feed, another thing you buy in Best Buy. Oh, already he's not able to manage his distractions. He bought another electronic gadget. Very difficult only. Very difficult. So in this way, Krishna is watching us. So Krishna is mentioning this in the Kshetra and Kshetrajna. Right? What is a Kshetra? Because you can't believe in Krishna if you don't understand the situation you are in. First you have to become aware of where am I, right? Where am I, you must know. Then only you can know, I need to go away from this place, I'm absorbed in the Kshetra. Krishna says, then what is Jnanam, Jneyam, Jnanaganyam? What is Jnanam? Very, very nice shloka, like amazing. Amanitvam, Adambitvam, Ahimsa, Kshantir, Arjavam, Achar, Vipasanam, Sthairya, Matva, Vigrahasya. Krishna is talking about 13 qualities that constitute knowledge. Amanitvam, this is Krishna says, this is knowledge. You can take 13.8. Very nicely Krishna says. Amanitvam, Adambitvam, Ahimsa, Kshantirarjavam. If you are having a hard copy, it's 537. So, Amanitvam, Adambitvam, Ahimsa, Kshantirarjavam. So, what is this Jnanam? One loses all pride. Krishna says this is the beginning of knowledge. Prabhupada gives very nice purport. Don't miss this nectar. Prabhupada says for pride, he says, humility means, you can repeat after me, humility means that one should not be anxious to have the satisfaction of being honored by others. One should not be hankering after this material deception. Very important point. So Prabhupada is saying, this is the meaning of humility. So our jnanam is mature when I enter into the door of humility. Humility means what? That I have nothing to be proud about. Why? I have, right? I sing very well, I speak very well. I'm in a nice job, I'm on a H1B visa, I have a green card. I just got a promotion, my colleague did not. I'm making good money, I can speak good English, I can compose poems. Why should I not be proud? Why? The basis is one understands. Whatever I consider as me, it is nothing but Krishna's energy. So humility comes from knowledge. So everyone in this world is eager to have all qualities. But all qualities, mother is Sattva-guna qualities. All the mother is knowledge. When there is ignorance, how much ever you try to cultivate good qualities, it's not possible. Because I am the Lord of all I survey. This ajnanam is there. I am this body, this ajnanam is there. When this ajnanam is there, definitely pride will be there. Because I will think, this voice that is coming from my mouth, what will I think? This is my voice. This is my jnanam. This is my buddhi. This aham mameti will be there. So amanitam cannot come actually. This manam should go away. This is what Krishna says in the beginning of Jnana. Anadambhitvam, ahimsa, kshanti, simplicity, arjavam, straightforwardness. Acharya upasanam, one must worship the spiritual master. Shaucham, stairyam, atma vinigraha. Indriyartheshu, vairagyam, becoming detached from the objects of sense gratification. In this way, Krishna gives a list of qualities. Two qualities are very nice. Prabhupada repeats it very often. Prabhupada said, intelligence, jnana means when you see only one problem. When you see there is only one problem in this material world. Okay, what is the problem? Can someone identify? Homework for you. No, class work for you. What is the problem? You see only one problem. If you see that one problem, then you have Jnanam, Krishna says. Yeah, but go through the shloka's translation and you see what is the problem Krishna sees as a problem. I can see so many problems, but Krishna says there is only one problem. What is that problem?
Not knowing is separate from the matter.
No, first see the shloka translation. No, all these are correct only. All of you are giving right answers, but from the shloka I am saying. No, but does Krishna is saying what is the problem? He says if you see something, then you have jnana. But Krishna, what is Krishna? You have to see this. All these are jnanam only. I'm not saying, but there is in jnanam when it comes to what you see as a problem. In that context, I'm saying. This is a problem. If you see something as a problem, that means you have jnana. Huh?
Attachment.
Okay, I'll give you a clue. Okay. Krishna says perception. Sanskritam is dosha. Dosha. Krishna says this is the dosham. If you understand this as the dosham, see the translation. You all are seeing at me. All are looking at it.
Find something.
I've still not become so enlightened. You can see the shloka.
Probably you could read something there.
Try.
Prabhuji, mine.
Huh?
Mine.
No, understand my question. My question is, if you see something as a problem, then you have knowledge. Just what do I see as a problem? I see Sairam Prabhu is not respecting me. It is a problem. Or maybe, I don't have enough money like this person. It's a problem. Or my son lost in competition, so it's a problem. I do not know if Trump is going to introduce $100,000 visa. That's a problem. No, Krishna says all this is ajnana. But if you see one problem, then you are jnani, Krishna says. Huh? Kim anudarshanam. Kim anudarshanam. Read the words before the anudarshanam.
Dukkha dosha, janma mrityu jara vyadhi, dukkha dosha, anudarshanam.
Can you repeat after me? Janma, mrityu, jara, vyadhi, dukkha, dosha, anudarshanam. If you see the dosham as this, whatever you do, this fault will be there. So I don't want this pleasure. Whatever you do in this world, this body will get diseased. But do you want disease? Anyone wants disease here? No. But anything I do, no one can prevent disease. Correct or not? Anything you do, you cannot prevent old age. Can you prevent old age? But do you want to prevent old age? Yes. Do we want death? But do we die? Forced upon me. Correct or not? And then Janma also, no one wants Janma. We do not know how painful it is to see Janma. So when you understand, whatever material adjustment I make from here to here, I put a blocks of towers I make, I buy a new car, I buy this thing, I change my husband, I change my wife, I change my children. Whatever you want to do, you do. Whatever you do, you do. 4 problems you cannot solve. Because you cannot solve, what you are looking for is not a solution, it is another version of the same problem. That's all. So Krishna says your problem statement itself is wrong. Whatever solutions you are going for, you buy a Tesla, you do this startup, because this whole startup scene is because to bring solutions. But Krishna is saying all this is ajnanam, because all these startups are only solving a false problem, they are not solving the real problem. Because whatever startups you do, you can have like a last mile delivery, middle mile delivery, this, that, fintech system, real estate startup, this app, this AI, so much you can do. You can do so much, so many solutions you can solve. Right? Someone was doing a solution. What solution? Whenever the child is crying, listening to that frequency, you will know what problem the child is actually having. So it will have a lot historical data, sound. So hearing the child's sound, you know what is she crying for. So the mother is going to the office, or father is going to the office, they are working, you put that app, and then the child knows this is what it is crying for. So someone is working on an AI model to detect that sound and break it down. So whatever you do, it's a temporary problem. So everyone is working on solutions, but for the wrong problem. So Krishna says, you have jnana when you understand whatever you want to do, you do. You do whatever you want to do. But you won't be happy. Go. What you want to do in this material world, go do it. But these 4 things will always be there. Janma, mrityu, jara, vyadhi, dukkha, dosha, anudarshanam. This dosham is there. I don't want this. I have a nice big pot of kheer. Poison is there. I don't want that. 1 drop of poison only. No, I don't want that. Dukkha, dosha, anudarshanam. Anudarshanam, if you see, this is jnana. This jnana. Very firm conviction that I don't want anything in this material world because it will again make me born again and again, and unless I prevent this rebirth, I cannot become happy. The goal of life is to not be born again, because as soon as you are born with this material body, your troublesome condition begins. As soon as you are born again, your troublesome condition begins. So how can a person be happy with his material body? It is not possible to be happy while having a material body. Of course, this nirnayam, this clarity cannot be had by someone who is having a lot of agitating thoughts. But one has got no agitating thoughts. When his mind is clean like a mirror, still like a lake, you will understand this is the real problem. Janma mrityu jara vyadi dukkha dosha anudarshanam. This is the real problem. All other solutions I am working for, put it in the corner. It is a waste of effort. It will not make me happy. Ultimate happiness, it will not. Atyantika sukha pravriti. Atyantika dukkha nivriti. No. I again have a problem. This clarity, Prabhupada repeats very often. So this is Jnana. And another Jnana is Bhakti avyabhicharani. So to constantly worship Krishna, Krishna is classifying it as Jnana. So one should not think Bhakti is sentimental. Why? Because Krishna is classifying Bhakti avyabhicharini as topmost Jnana. Avyabhicharini Bhakti. Avyabhichari means what? Krishna is repeating this Vyabhichari three times in the Bhagavad Gita. Vyabhichari Shabdam is coming 3 times in the Bhagavad Gita. Mam chayo avyabhicharini bhakti bhakti yogena sevate. Krishna also mentions this. Vyabhichari means Vyabhichari means prostitute. Unprostituted bhakti. So this is Jnana. So in 13th chapter, Krishna talks about this Jnana. And then of course he also talks about the nature of Jnayam. What is the nature of the supreme absolute truth? I'm not going into it. And when we talk about this Jnanam Jnayam, then Arjuna had a question about Krishna himself is speaking here. Arjuna didn't have an explicit question. So talking about this Prakriti, we have talked about this so long. Sattva, Rajas, Tamiti, Gunaha, Prakriti, Sambhavaha, Nibhadhananti Mahabaho, Dehe, Dehinam, Avyayam. So this when this Jeeva is meeting with the Kshetra, when the Kshetrajna meets the Kshetra, there are many combinations that comes. Many combinations. I am also Jeeva, Jeevatma, 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 Jeevatma. But why different bodies? Why different bodies? Because of Karanam Guna Sangasya. Because of the Sangha, I touched different gunas. So my mind became in a certain flavor. If my mind became a certain flavor, Durga Devi gave me a body. So in 14th chapter, Krishna says there are 3 gunas. And he's talking about the Lakshanam of the 3 gunas. This is what is Bhagavad Gita is very sweet. Bhagavad Gita talks about the Lakshanam of everything. Lakshana. Lakshana is very, Vailakshanyam is important. If I say mango is very nice, what is it nice? No, mango is sweet. It is looking like, yellow in color. It will be like an oval, and it will twist in this. And in this way, there is Lakshanam, right? So when you understand the Lakshanam of the Rupam, the Rasam, right, everything, then you understand, oh, this is mango. Similarly, I should understand what is Sattva Guna. How does it feel like? You tell me. What is Rajoguna? What does it feel like? What are the symptoms? You tell me. What are the symptoms of Tamoguna? You tell me. So Krishna says, Sattvat sanjayate jnanam. So this Sattva Guna, Tatra Sattvam Nirmalatvat, Prakashakam Manamayam. If you are in Sattva Guna, what will happen is Prakashakam. Everything will appear very clear. Your mind will be very nice, cool. Why? Prakashakam, Tatra Sattvam Nirmalatvat. So the mind is like a lake. Krishna is like the moon. Krishna is like the moon. When the mind is agitated, can you see the moon on the lake?
No.
When the lake is agitated, can you see the moon properly?
No.
That is an agnostic. Agnostic means he is not able to see God properly. Why? Because the lake is agitated. But when the lake is still, you can see the clear moon. Correct or not? Very clearly this is moon. Similarly, imagine mind is like a lake. Tatra sattvam. This is sattva guna. When the mind, this unagitated mind, is sattva guna. When sattva guna touches the mind, then what happens? Mind is nirmalatva. There is no malam. There is no malam in the mind. So like I mentioned one day, right? Impurity of the mind. How do you know when the mind is pure? How do you know the mind is pure? How do you know water is pure? You're getting water in the tap. How do you know water is pure or not? Huh?
Transparent silence.
Transparent is very, very good. Not lot of bubbles. Right? Something like that. How do you know milk is pure?
Leaving the mark when we put in the stove.
Okay, good. And then you can also see it's getting a lot of butter or a lot of cream and all that. It is not right. So then you see this is pure milk. Correct, Ramla? So how do you know the mind is pure? Huh?
Thoughts.
Someone said the answer.
It's not agitated.
It is not agitated. Correct. That is the qualification. That is the lakshanam of a pure mind. And what is the lakshanam of a pure intelligence? Discrimination between tattvam and what is actually ajnana. Discrimination is the classification of whether it is a pure intelligence or impure intelligence. What is the meaning of having purity in consciousness? Consciousness is completely purified.
Aware of I am who I am.
That is jnanam. But when the consciousness is pure, there is love for Krishna. That is a symptom of pure consciousness. When the consciousness is pure, one can love Krishna, one can have preeti for Achyuta. That's what Krishna is saying in the 14th chapter. What is the lakshanam of sattva guna? Sa sukha sangena badhrati jnana sangena jaga. Raja rajo ragatmaka vidhi trishna sanga samudbhavam. In a rajo guna, you'll always desire something. Rajo ragatmakam vidhi trishna, not Krishna. In rajo guna, what will be there? Krishna. When there is bhakti, there is Krishna. But in rajo guna, there is Krishna. What does Trishna mean?
Hankering for.
Everything is not desire in Sanskritam. There is different words. And Krishna means what?
Hankering for.
I want immediately. Give me more. Right now I want Krishna. I want right now. This is the nature of Rajoguna. So you can study yourself if you read Bhagavad Gita. How do I feel right now? I feel I want something right now. I want to get that object immediately. You can analyze yourself, right? You can, diagnose yourself that I'm contaminated by. Now I understand this material world is very temporary. I need to surrender to Krishna. That means there is sattva guna. Then nirmalatvat prakashayama sukha sangena badhnati. There is sukham. Immediately there is sukham. You didn't possess anything, sir. But still there is sukha sangena badhnati. Jnana sangena chāka. So when different gunas touch you, you feel differently. This is the science of feeling. So many people ask, is Bhagavad Gita scientific? Very scientific. What is the science it talks about? Many science. But what is the science that is most relevant to us right now? It is a science of feeling. It is a science of feeling. How to move from a material feeling to material-less feeling to a trans-material feeling. This is Bhagavad Gita. You can diagnose, this feeling I am having, this is tamoguna. Tamastu ajnanajam viddhi mohanam sarva-dehinam. Ajnanajam. Ajnanam is the mother of tamoguna. Everyone has, each guna has a certain head of department. What is the head of department of sattva guna? What is the head of department of sattva guna? Jnanam. Jnanam is the head of department. And when this Jnanam head of department is there, it will put lot of kutis. Right? Venama, Nittam, Madam, Vittam, Ahimsa. These are all kutis. Sattva guna kutis. But who's the head? Jnanam. Jnanam is the head. When Jnanam is there, everyone will come. That's why Krishna says, Sattvat sanjayate Jnanam. From Sattva guna, Jnanam comes, sir. When Jnanam comes, everyone will come. Whole family will come. I always say this, right? All gunas come with a family, right? But the mother will be there, she's the head, and our children are got feelings. Our children are different feelings. Sattva guna is the mother. The feelings that comes are amanittam, adambittam, ahimsa, shanti, rajavam, achari, upasanam, stairyam, atma, vinikaram, janma. All these are children of this mother. And who is the mother of Rajoguna? Rajoguna, head of department. Who is she? Huh? Raga. Rajo ragatmakam vidhi. Raga means desire. Desire to possess something. And from desire comes anger, the jealousy, insecurity, all these things comes. Right? Comparison. All these things comes from desire. Rajo ragatmakam Krishna sanga samudbhavam. Hankering. I really want this. Competitiveness. Right? Fastly doing something, wanting to do something always. All these are Rajoguna. Right? And Tamoguna means Ajnanajam Vidhi. Who's the head of department for Tamoguna? Ignorance. Ignorance means what? Ignore reality. I don't care what is there in the future. I simply do what I want. Hey, next Janmam is there. Death is there. No, you will be born like this. The mind, you will get destroyed. Life is a continuum. No, life is not continuum. I will do anything right now and everything will be okay in old age. So not seeing the continuum of life. When you see the continuum of life, it is Sattva Guna. When you don't see a continuum, you know continuum? How many of you do not know the word continuum? Continuum means, see, there is an atom here. If I move the atom here, that will also move. Because this whole air molecules are a continuum. They are tightly linked. I can't simply touch here and then that will not move. No, there is some impact there. Is it not? Similarly, my life is a continuum. What I do in the morning affects afternoon. What I do in the afternoon affects the evening. What I do in the evening affects tomorrow. What I do today affects next year. What I do next year affects old age. What I do in the old age affects next birth. My life is a continuum. If I ignore that continuum, what happens? It is Tamoguna. No continuum. I will be in my own imaginary la la land. I'll close my eyes. I'm good only. Don't advise me anything. I'm nice. Right? I'm perfect. I'm good. Don't tell me anything. I'm nice. Right? I'm very pretty. I'm very good. Everyone likes me. Whoever doesn't like me is a bad person. Right? This is Tamoguna. Right? I ignore reality. Tamastu ajñādam. Krishna says in the 14th chapter, the sattva rajas tamoguna is playing, the Jeeva is getting slapped by these three gunas. It is very, very difficult to conquer the three gunas. Krishna says in 14.27, we can take the shloka. So Krishna says, 14.26, my bad. So we're talking about the vyabhichari. This is the shloka. So Mam Chayo, you can repeat after me. Mam Chayo avyabhicharena Bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samatitya yetan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. These three gunas, it is very difficult. Krishna already mentioned in the 7th chapter. Very, very difficult. Mama maya duratyaya mameva ye prapadyante maya metam tarantide. Krishna says the same thing. The only way to overcome maya is to do avyabhicharani bhakti. Mam chayo avyabhicharani bhakti yogena sevate. And avyabhicharani means exclusive dependence on Krishna alone. I desire nothing else but Krishna, and to achieve that Krishna, I depend only on his 2 lotus feet. This is called avyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate. Called upaya nishtha. I desire only Krishna. Maham chayo avyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate. Such a person can only conquer the modes. So unless we do continuous bhakti, you cannot understand what is bhakti. Very, very mystical. If you do not do continuous bhakti, you cannot understand what is. You cannot understand what is bhakti. This is what Rupa Goswami says. Yuvati nam yunaha. Yatha yuvati nam yunaha. Just like you tell a small boy, a 2-year-old, 3-year-old boy, what it is to get married. Will he understand? No. So only a married person, when it comes of a certain age, he can understand. And what is the symptom? They always go on a honeymoon after getting married. Right? They're always looking at each other, exchanging messages. So, when such a thing is happening between married couple, only then you can understand. Okay? This is what is marriage. But if someone is looking, just talking once in a day, they cannot understand what is marriage, right? Similarly, bhakti means mam chayo avyabhicharani bhakti yogena sevate. So we have to do continuous bhakti to get out of three gunas. Because if you give it up a little bit, then basically yoga maya and maha maya. Right? So if you give up Radharani in the form of Radharani, then she will say, okay, and you have to associate with my shadow Durga Devi. I won't associate with bhakti. Then what is the shadow of bhakti? Sattva, Rajas, Tamo. Bhakti has three components: Sandhini Shakti, Sambit Shakti, and Hladini Shakti. The reflection of Sandhini Shakti is Sattva Guna. The reflection of Sambit Shakti is Rajoguna. The reflection of Hladini Shakti is Tamo Guna. Right? It's a little deep concept. Just like when something is like a tree, the top of the tree there is the fruit, correct or not? But when it is being reflected on a shore, where will the fruit be? In the lowest part of the reflection, correct or not? So similarly, in this material world, Sattva Guna, whatever we are calling Sattva Guna, is also material only. We should not think Sattva Guna is spiritual. Sattva Guna is also material, but it is the border of material and spiritual. It is the border of material and spiritual. So the reason I gave this example of mango is that you want to enjoy in this material world, but it becomes the lowest thing. I want to enjoy unlimitedly. This is the goal of spiritual life also. But when you try to do it in the material life, you go to the lowest part. You go to the lowest part. Krishna is doing Ras Leela with the gopis. He's saying this is the highest Unnata Ujjvala Rasa. But when someone dances with girls, what do you call? This person is a lowest among men. Correct or not? Why? Hladini Shakti's reflection is Tamoguna. Hladini Shakti is the topmost spiritual enjoyment. Rasa, supreme rasa. This is a Hladini Shakti. But when it is getting the topmost thing, when it is getting reflected, what will it be? It will be the bottommost part in the reflection. Right? So it will appear very similar. Krishna playing with the gopis and a normal boy sporting with the girls will appear the same thing. But Urdhva Moolam Adashakam Ashwattham Prahuravya, Krishna mentioned in the 15th chapter. Day Arjuna, Urdhva Moolam Adashakam Ashwattham Prahuravyayam. Urdhva Moolam Adashakam. Where is the Moolam? Urdhvam. Where is the Shakam? Adaha. The root is in the top. Where is the Shaka? It is the bottom. That is the material world. Urdhva Moolam Adashakam Ashwattham Prahuravyayam. Chandamsi Yasya Parnani Yastam Veda Saveda. So this whole material world is a reflection of the spiritual world. So we cannot negate our feelings. You should understand, if I feel something, it must have a spiritual parallel. If I am greedy in this material world, it has a spiritual parallel. So the Jnanis and the Advaitis are very eager to negate the material enjoyment. But the Vaishnavas, devotees understand, no. If I want to enjoy something in this material world, it has a spiritual parallel to it. This is reflection, yes, but the reflection says there must be something original in the reality. I see a reflection mango. When you touch the reflection mango, do you get mango or something else? What do you get? You get?
Nothing.
What do you get? You get?
Something else.
Water only. Correct? You want to touch mango in the reflection. What do you get? Water. You want to touch the branches. What do you get?
Water.
You want to touch the stem. What do you get? Water. You want to touch the leaves. What do you get? What you want to touch an unripe fruit, what do you get? Water. So this whole material world, whatever you want to touch, it is all different manifestations of same useless illusion. Same matter, dull matter. I want to touch a girl, what is it? Flesh. I want to touch a boy, what is it? Flesh. I want to touch food, what is it? Matter. Anything you want to touch, feel, smell, everything is simply matter, no life, dull. But in the spiritual world, in the real mango tree, is there a difference between stem? If you want to touch the stem, what do you touch?
Step.
Understand? If you want to touch the leaves, what do you touch? Leaves. If you want to touch the fruit, what do you touch? Fruit. So there is variety in the spiritual world. You see, everything is real. Everything is real. It is real. In the material world, it is illusory. Krishna says, if you want to come to that spiritual world, what do you have to do? Nirmana moha jita sanga dosha adhyatma nitya vinivritta kamaha dvandvair muktaha sukha dukkha samyaihi gacchantya moodaha padam avyayam tat nirmana moha jita sanga dosha adhyatma nitya vinivritta kamaha. Vinivritta kamaha. Give up this material world. Give up. No, I want to enjoy here. No, asanga shastrena dridhena chitva. Take this axe and cut this axe of this tree with this, cut this tree with this axe. What axe? Asanga shastrena. Take this shastram called asanga. I have nothing to do with this material world. How do you have to cut this tree? Visheshana shabdam. Dridhena. How should you cut this tree? Dridhena chitva. Cut this tree. Dridhena chitva. Tadat padam tat parimargitavyam. So go back to the spiritual world. Urdhva moolam. Yeah, sorry. Nirmana moha. Give up this manam. Again Krishna is saying. Manam means what? I am very great. That is why to give up this manam, Krishna again brings as the first principle. That is why when you offer obeisances to Krishna, devotees, again and again you offer obeisances. What is this Krishna consciousness? Simply offering obeisances. You offer obeisances again and again. This is the easiest sadhana. Offer obeisances. What is the standing Hare Krishna mantra? Offering obeisances. What is his arati? Offering obeisances. Namaha, namaha, namaha. Not mine, Krishna. I have been thinking so long. This is mine, this is mine, this is mine. Namaha, namaha, namaha. Not mine, Krishna is yours. Not mine is yours, Krishna. It is your Krishna. Again and again offer it to Krishna. Fully Namashabdam. All the process of bhakti is merely Namashabdam. No, this is not mine, it is yours, Krishna. So if we have like that, this attitude, then we can go back to this spiritual world. Krishna mentions in the 15th chapter, and Krishna talks about, I am the Purushottama. Dvadmo Purusho Loke Ksharastakshara Eva Ksharas Sarvani Bhutani Kutastokshara Uchyate Uttama Purushastvanyaha Paramatmetyudahritaha Yo Lokatrayam Avishya Bhivarti Apye Ishvara Yo Mam Eva Masam Mudho Janati Purushottamam Sa Sarvavid Bhajati Mam Sarvabhavena Bharata Yasmat Sharamatitoham Aksharaadapi Chottamaha Ato Asmi Loke Vedecha Pratitaha Purushottamaha. Krishna saying again and again in this shloka, different ways, I am the Purushottama. Dvajmo Purusho Loke Ksharastakshara Evacha. There is Kshara Purusha, there is Akshara Purusha. The Jeeva Atma is present in this material world is Kshara Purusha, the spiritual world is Akshara Purusha. But beyond the living entities who are in this material world and the spiritual world, there is another person. Dvajmo Purusho Loke Ksharashara Evacha, Ksharasarvani Bhutani Kutastokshara Evache. Uttama Purushastu Anyaha. There is another person. Uttama Purushastu Anyaha. One must not think, after I become liberated, I become God. Because Krishna is distinguishing himself from the Akshara Purusha and himself. Krishna is saying, Uttama Purushastu Anyaha. Anyaha. What is his name? Paramatmetyudahritaha. Yo Lokatrayam Avishya. He has entered into the three material worlds. Bhivarti avyabhicharani. He only is maintaining it. Because Yasmat Ksharamati-toham. I am beyond all the Jivatmas who are in the material world and beyond all the Jivas in the spiritual world. Yasmat Ksharamati-toham. Aksharadapi chottamaha. Ato asmi loke vedecha pratitaha purushottamaha. Because of that, Krishna is saying, I am the supreme personality of Godhead. If we say, I am God again and again, people will think you are so egotistical. When Krishna is saying, God, I am again and again and again, we are reading Bhagavad Gita and we are gifting Bhagavad Gita to Vladimir Putin. You see? So this is the glory. Krishna is saying again and again, like shamelessly Krishna is saying, one might think, why is Krishna again and saying, I am the Purushottama. Ato asmi loke vedecha pratitaha Purushottamaha. Because why? Because Krishna is saying out of his mercy, out of love. You are thinking you are Purushottama. You don't have any of these attributes. You look like a clown. You look like a monkey. But you think you are a Purushottama. See, I am Purushottama. I am Purushottama. Yo mam evam asamudho janati Purushottamam. When I read this shloka, I remember Prabhupada always. Yo mam evam asamudho janati Purushottamam. Asamudho means without a doubt. Mudha means doubt. Sammudha means super doubt. Asamudha means without even the slightest of doubt. Krishna is giving another very nice way. If you simply understand Krishna as Bhagavan, Yomam evam asammudho janati purushottamam. If you understand I am the Purushottama, so sarva-vid. He has become sarva-vid. If you simply understand Krishna is Purushottama. I am not saying. Krishna is saying Yomam evam asammudho janati purushottamam. Asammudho, without a doubt, spashtam, Krishna is Bhagavan. If you simply hold to his feet, he will give everything you want. Bhukti, mukti, prema, whatever. I will only hold Krishna's feet. Asammudho janati purushottamam. There is no truth superior to him. Bhagavad Gita Vakyam, I am not manufacturing anything. Asammudho janati purushottamam. Krishna says, sarva-vit. And if you are becoming sarva-vit, kim karoti? Bhajati mam. Sarva bhavena bharata. With great bhavam, he simply worships me. Yeah, and Krishna is saying, whatever I said, is it some lower part of Shastra? No. Iti guhyatamam shastram. Krishna is saying, this is the guhyatamam. What does guhyatamam means? Supreme secret. What is the supreme secret? Krishna is the supreme personality of God. Not a manufacturing of Hare Krishna terminology or something. Bhagavad Gita Vakyam is there. Iti guhyatamam shastram. Idam muktva maya anagha. Etad buddhva buddhiman syat kritakrityasta bharata. Very Prabhupada again and again spashtam. Krishna is Purushottama. So anyone who is trying to present Bhagavad Gita without this understanding that Krishna is the Purushottama, his buddhi vihinam, his maya apahrita jnanam. He doesn't have any jnanam. He has not understood Bhagavad Gita. He has not understood the rasa of Bhagavad Gita. He has not understood the rasa of Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says, there are people who do not understand Bhagavad Gita, do not understand this rasa, they don't have any tapasya, they are asuri sampat people. Krishna says there are two types of people, Daivi sampat and asuri sampat. In 16th chapter, Krishna says, Daivi sampat vimokshaya. There are divine qualities, there are demoniac qualities. Why should I cultivate divine qualities? What will I get? What is the value proposition of divine qualities? Krishna says, Daivi sampat vimokshaya, nibandhaya asuri mata. If you cultivate divine qualities, you will become lighter and lighter and lighter. Your mind will become less and less a burden. Everyone's mind is a burden. Everyone is carrying a heavy load now. Bharam. Bharam. Everyone is carrying a bharam. Nibandhaya. They are getting entangled by so many thoughts. Chintam aparimeyam pralayantam upashritaha काम उपभोग परमा एतावन्ति निश्चिताः आशा पाशशतैः बद्धाः काम क्रोध परायणाः इहन्ते कामभोगार्थम् अन्यायेन अर्थसञ्चयन् इदमद्य मया लब्धम् इमं प्राप्स्ये मनोरथम् इदमस्तीदम् अपि मे भविष्यति पुनर्धनम् असो मया हतः शत्रुः हनिष्ये च अपरानपि ईश्वरो अहं भोगी सिद्धोऽहं बलवान् सुखी आढ्य अभिजनवान् अस्मि I am the supreme Ishvara. Chintam aparimayam, they have taken shelter of lust. Because they have taken shelter of lust, they have immeasurable anxieties. Chintam aparimeyam, pralayantam, until the end of life they have immeasurable anxieties because they don't want to surrender to me. Pralayantam upashritaha, and they have come to a nischitaha, kim nischitaha, kam upabhoga parama etavaditi nischitaha. They have come to a conclusion that if I enjoy my senses, I will be happy. This is the conclusion of an asura. How does an asura think? Asura's determination is, if I enjoy my senses, I will be happy. Kama upabhoga parama etavaditi nischitaha. They have come to a nischayam. What nischayam? Simply scratch your senses. If your eyes want that, give that. If your ears want something, do that. If your skin wants to touch something, do it. If your genitals want to touch something, do it. If your eyes want to touch something, do it. Etavaditi nischitaha. And by doing so, what happens? Asha, pasha, shataihi baddaha. There are so many false hopes. Pasha, they get tied by the ropes of illusion. Shataihi baddaha. Kama krodha parayanaha. They have taken shelter of kama and krodha. Ihante kama bhogartam anyayena artha sanchayam. For kama bhogartam, for enjoying this kamam, they won't worry to even commit any fraud or anything, lie, this, that. Like kama bhogartam. For the sake of enjoying kama bhogartam anyayena artha sanchayam. How else do they think? Idamadya maya labdham. This I have today. Imam prapse manoratam, future, this is my plan to get. Right? Feels like looking at a mirror, right? Idam adhyam ayalabdam, this is what I want today. Next Thanksgiving, I will buy something else. Imam prapse manoratam, idam astidam api me, bhavishyati punardanam. Next I will save like that. Haso maya hata shatru, he is only a senior manager right now. I'll become a director. Right? I'm over all my colleagues. I have put all these people down, I'll put others down. Ishvara aham, I am Ishvara. I am Bhogi, I'm enjoying so nicely. Look at my Instagram picture. Look at my Facebook post. Let me look at my reel. Imam prapse manoratam. Right? Idam astidam api me bhavishyati punardanam. Haso maya hata shatru hanishye chaparanapi. Ishvaro adhya abhijanamanasmi. If I snap my finger, many people are coming. Adhya abhijanamanasmi. Ko anya asti sadrusho maya. Krishna saying, who is equal to me? Ko anya asti sadrusho maya. See how many donations I'm giving. Yakshe dasyami. I'm giving so many donations. Because I'm giving $100 to the temple only, it is getting maintained actually. If I stop giving, who will maintain? Right? See my name here, Yakshe Dasyami Moti. Because I'm coming to the Bhakti Vriksha is running. Because I'm coming to the temple, everything is going on. Right? Yakshe Dasyami Modishya iti Ajnana Vimohitaha. Right? So in this way, Asura people, Krishna is giving a very vivid description. A very favorite chapter of me, because every other chapter of Bhagavad Gita, I feel very out of place because Krishna is talking about a devotee. But as soon as I open the divine and demoniac natures, I feel very relevant and very connected, right? So Krishna is talking about Bhakti Yogi, Krishna is talking about this, that, say, Sita Prajna, this, that. But I can't see anywhere myself. But 16th chapter I open, I feel this is for me only. This chapter was written, Krishna spoke this chapter for me. Because wherever I see, Krishna, this Asura, yes, exactly how I am thinking. I am so great, Adhya Abhijanavanasmi. I snap my finger, everyone will come, right? So in this way, Abhijanavanasmi, who is equal to me? I am the best devotee, I am the best this, I am the best that, who can chant like me, who can quote shlokas like me, right? Who can give class like me, right? In this way, who can have a big house like me, who can, so everyone thinks like that in this whole world, So, and Krishna is saying, actually I finished, it's getting late. So in this way, people are getting deluded. Trividaha narakasyedam dwaram nashanam atmaha kama krodhastha lobha tasmati tatrayam tyajet. 3 gateways to hell, Arjuna: Kama, Krodha and Lobha. Lust, anger and greed. Tasmat tatrayam tyajet. Give up this lust, anger and greed, because you will go down. Ajnana sambha Krishna. Asuri yoni mapanna mudha janmani janmani. You go again into Asuri Yoni. Don't associate with Asuras. Associate with people who are Daivi Sampat. What is Daivi Sampat? Abhayam Sattva Samshuddhi Jnana Yogavasti Danam Damashta Yajnishta Swadhyaya Staparjavam Ahimsa Satyam Akrodaha Tyagaha Shanti Rapayushnam Dayabhuteshu Aloduttam Mardavam Dhirataparam Teja Kshama Triti Shauchamadroho Nati Manita. Not having great value about oneself. Abhayam, fearlessness. Krishna is talking about the Daivi Sampat. Being a Daivi Sampat, Arjuna, you're already the Daivi Sampat only. Don't associate with Asuri Sampat. Now Krishna says, what is the criteria of Daivi Sampat? How do you know what is to be done, what is not to be done? Asuras never listen to Shastra. Pravrittim cha nivrittim sarana vidurasuraha. Na shocham na vichachara na satyam te vidyate. Tasma shastram pramanam te karya karya vastito nyatva shastra vidanam karmam kartumi harvasi. Shastram is the pramanam to understand what is to be done, what is not to be done. Arjuna is asking the 17th chapter, if I don't obey Shastram, what happens? Krishna says, if you don't obey the Shastram, you'll obey your mind. And if you obey the mind, you'll obey the 3 gunas. If you are in Sattva guna, you'll have another religion. If you have Rajo guna, you'll have another religion. If you are in Tamo guna, you'll have another religion. Shraddha vayoyam purusha yoya shraddha sayeva saha. Krishna is talking about the 3 different types of faith in the 17th chapter. Why does he talk about that? Because Arjuna is asking a question. If someone doesn't follow the Bhagavad Gita, what happens to them? Krishna says, you will follow your mind. And your mind, very reason it is not following Bhagavad Gita is because your mind is in Rajoguna and Tamoguna. Then you will have another religion based on that Rajoguna. You will have another religion based on Tamoguna. Or 20% Rajoguna, you will have 80% Tamoguna. Or 30% Rajoguna or 70%. In this way, there will be many proportions of the gunas, and there will be different religions. Different religions. Different spiritual movements. Right? So even this Krishna consciousness movement can also be contaminated by these lower gunas. If we present something other than the Bhagavad Gita. If I speak the real Bhagavad Gita, surrender to Krishna, not many people are coming. Let me change a little bit. Let me add something. Let me add a little comedy here. Let me do a stand-up comedy. People have to come, right? Let me add something. If I do like that, what happens? It will become tamoguna, rajoguna religion. So people are constantly trying to fit Bhagavad Gita to the public, not trying to fit the public to the Bhagavad Gita. So that is why there are so many interpretations of Bhagavad Gita. But Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita is Bhagavad Gita as it is. Why? Because you don't want to change the Bhagavad Gita to the public. You change the public to suit the Bhagavad Gita. So Prabhupada never compromised on the philosophy. Which is why ekas chandraha tamo hanti. One moon is sufficient to dissipate darkness. Prabhupada says, what is the use of so many nonsense stars? So many stars are there. Prabhupada said, all these stars are nonsense stars. So there can be so many people. But what is the use of so many people? One person, ekas chandraha tamo hanti. One moon is sufficient. Prabhupada said. So you have to be like that, one moon. Anyway, so 17th chapter talks about different types of faith. I'll finish in 5 minutes. 18th chapter, Krishna is talking about what is sannyasa. Kamyanam karmanam nyasam sannyasam kaviyo viduhu. What is tyaga? What is sannyasa? Arjuna, not running away from the battle. Don't think running away from the battle is sannyasa. Give up the desire to enjoy the fruits. Understand I am the enjoyer. That is sannyasa. Kamyanam karmanam nyasam. Give up only that karma that increases your material desire. But whatever karma you can dovetail with my activities, you don't need to give it up. Right? You don't need to give it up. So Krishna is talking about the conclusion of renunciation in the 18th chapter, perfection of renunciation. And again he talks about different types of determination, different types of discrimination, knowledge, happiness. Yadagre vishamive pariname amrutopam. That sukham which appears very, very nice in the beginning. But end it will be like poison. Yadagre vishamiva. But there is another poison, there is another happiness. Yadagre vishamiva. It will appear like poison in the beginning. But pariname amrutopam. It will be very nectarian. That happiness you choose. That is sattva-guna happiness. This is where Krishna also divides this. And finally Krishna talks about the qualities of a person by which you can ultimately come to the point of Brahma-bhuta platform. And after you come to this Brahma-bhuta platform, when you become self-realized, then you can become God-realized, Krishna-realized. So Krishna is giving a very interesting twist to Krishna consciousness. Krishna says, Krishna consciousness comes after self-realization. Bhakti begins after. Bhakti begins before or after self-realization? After self-realization. What bhakti we are trying to do is called apara bhakti or prakrita bhakti. But para bhakti begins after self-realization. Para bhakti. But that doesn't mean we cannot do bhakti right now. We can't do bhakti. But real bhakti starts after self-realization. Brahma bhuta prasanna atma nashochidana kaṅkshati samas sarveshu bhuteshu mad bhakti labhate param. After becoming Brahma bhuta platform. Now Krishna is saying, okay, whatever is said. I am again going to tell you very nice shloka. So we can read 18.64. Okay, you can repeat after me. Sarva-guhyatamam bhuyaha shrunu me paramam vachaha ishtosi me dhridam miti tato vakshyami te hitam. Krishna is telling, even if you didn't listen to Bhagavad Gita for the last 25 minutes, because Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita for half an hour, whatever we are trying to cover 13 to 18 chapters for 2 hours, Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita, the entire 18 chapters in half an hour Krishna completed. So Krishna is completed, even if you did not listen in 25 minutes. Now again I am telling you, right, because when you go for an exam, you want to say, tell me the 10-mark question. Even if you don't understand anything, sarva-guhyatamam bhuyaha. Bhuyaha means what? Again I am telling. So Prabhupada again repeats the same thing. Why is Prabhupada repeating again and again? Kali Yuga memory. Right? Again and again you are repeating. Right? So Krishna again, sarva-guhyatamam bhuyaha. I am again telling. Why? I told in the 9th chapter before. Now again I am repeating. Sarva-guhyatamam. Now Krishna saying, again this is, Krishna is also telling what he is repeating. He is repeating something bad? No. What is he saying? Guhya? Oh, you have to know. Guhyatamam. Krishna himself is telling Guhyatamam. Right? Resnick Snyder. You know Resnick Halliday. You know Resnick Halliday? Who knows Resnick Halliday? Physics book, right? Very famous book. Right? Resnick Halliday is telling this is the most unsolved problem in physics. Then he said very, very important. There is something very really. Right? So these are the unsolved problems of science. If someone says, oh, this is really okay, I have to listen to what he says. What are the unsolved problems of science? Then similarly, Krishna is the Parama Vedanti, the Veda Vedya, the goal of all Vedanta. What is he saying? He is saying Guhya Tamam. What is he saying? Guhya Tamam. He is saying the supreme secret of all Vedas in one shloka. Take it. Go home. Don't tell anyone. There is a Guhyam. Sarva Guhya Tamam Bhuyah. I already told. Don't think I don't tell. I already told. Shrunu me. Here. Why are you telling this again and again? Tell me once. No, Arjuna, I love you. When you love someone, right, you want to tell them again and again. Beta, go to the hostel, don't drink. Don't drink. Beta, you are going to the hostel, don't drink. Why? Mother loves the beta. Don't drink in the hostel. Again and again, why? Love. Ishto asi me dridham iti. Krishna is not merely telling Arjuna, Ishto asi, I love you. What is he saying? Ishto asi me? He is hugging Arjuna. Ishto asi me dridham iti. I love you, he is telling. Ishto asi dridham iti. I love. L-O-V-V-V-V-V. L-O-V-V-V-V-V-V-V. Right? Ishto asi means L-O-V. Ishto asi dridham iti means what? I L-O-V-V-V-V-V-V-E. So Ishto asi me dridham iti tato vakshyami te hidam. I love you. So I'm telling you this. If I didn't love someone, I won't tell this. Bhakto asi me sakha cheti rahasyam yedad uttamam. And what is he telling? Repeat out. 18.65. What does he say? Repeat out. Manmana bhava madbhakto madhya jimam namaskuru mame vaishyasi satyam te pratijane priyosi me. Remember me, love me, fall at my feet. Manmana bhava, remember me. Madbhaktaha, become my devotee. Madhyaji, offer everything to me. Mam namaskuru, offer obeisances. If you do that, Satyam te, promise you will come to me. You will not come to this miserable Dukkhalayam Ashashvatam Natmuvanti Mahatmana. This is Dukkhalayam. This is Dukkhalayam Ashashvatam. You should not come back to this material world. One should not be a record. Someone listened to Bhagavad Gita, read Prabhupada's purports. They came back to this material world. Someone went to this tuition. How many marks did he get? He got only 55. Is it not an insult to the person who led the tuition? Yes or no? Yes. So someone we are saying, I'm reading Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita, but I came back to the material world. Is it not an insult to Prabhupada? So we should not bring insult to Prabhupada. Anyone who reads Bhagavad Gita's purport, yes, they go back to the spiritual world, right? So, satyam te pratijane priyosi me. And how do I do full activities? I am not able to remember you because Krishna said elsewhere, Yesham tu antakatam papam jananam punya karmanam te dvanda moha nirmukta bhajante mam dridhavrataha. Arjuna, unless someone is free from sin, they cannot remember me. Now Krishna, what is he saying in 18.65? What is he saying? Remember me. He is saying the essence of all Vedanta. Essence of all Vedanta is what? Remember me. Surrender to me. Sorry, not offer everything to me, offer obeisances. This is the essence of all Vedanta. But Krishna also said, if you have sins, you cannot remember me. Now what to do right now? Krishna said, don't worry. Sarva-dharmān parityajya mam ekaṁ śaraṇaṁ vraja aham tvam sarva-papebhyo moksha mashutaha. Do sarva-dharmān parityajya. Do that action. Do that action as a matter of duty. Sarva-dharmān parityajya. Give up, surrender all varieties of religion. Give up all definitions of success, failure. Give up definitions of good and bad. Accept I am the only good. That's all. Whatever I say, you do. That's all. If you do this, all your sinful reactions will go away. Why do you do this? Krishna said that. So, no other question. This is called surrender. Surrender means what? Whatever Krishna says, I will do it. This determination is called surrender. That's all. Vishwas, Shabdha, Shabde, Vishwas, Sudruda Nishchay. Krishna karma krite, sarva karma krita hoy. If I act for Krishna, everything is perfect. So Krishna says the essence of Bhagavad Gita. Give up, surrender, abandon all varieties of religion, hold at my lotus feet. Now, why should I do sarva-dharmān parityajya mam ekaṁ śaraṇaṁ vraja? To understand that, you have to read the entire Bhagavad Gita. Again, if you have that question. Here. Who is Krishna? Who am I? What is Prakriti? How am I being entangled? Why am I suffering by not surrendering to Krishna? Again, do. So, try it, sarva-dharmān parityajya. If you cannot do that, if you don't feel inspired, again here. Again, try to surrender. Again, I'm not feeling like surrendering. Again, here. Again, try to surrender. In this way, we hear. This is hearing. Chanting, we try to surrender. Kirtanam. Why do we do Kirtanam? Krishna, I want to surrender. I'm not able to surrender. Again here. Again surrender. In this way, one point, in one moment, we will find ourselves being able to surrender very joyfully. When you're able to surrender very joyfully, surrender has happened. Surrender has happened. When you're waiting to say, Krishna, I'm ready to give everything for you. When you're able to say that, surrender has happened. When we are resisting surrender, we don't possess the requisite knowledge to surrender. So what should we do? Hear more, read more, associate with devotees more. Krishna says this is the meaning of Bhagavad Gita. Yatra yogeshvaro Krishna, yatra partho dhanuttaraha, tatra shri vijayar bhuktir dhruva nitir, matir mama. Sanjay is relating this to Dhritarashtra. He is telling, iti itam samspritya rupam adyatputam harehe. I am remembering this conversation between Krishna and Arjuna. Rupam samspritya. I am not even able to remember the shlokas. All I am able to remember is the lips of Krishna which chanted these shlokas. This adharamritam. This Krishna's beautiful lips that pronounce these shlokas. How fortunate are these syllables to have come from the beautiful lips of Krishna. Right? How fortunate are these syllables. Right? And how fortunate is his tongue being able to repeat the same syllables that got touched by the lips of Krishna. Yatra yogeshvara Krishna. Whatever shloka we are reciting, Krishna also touched it. Like I mentioned this example, right? The hero touched something. So heroine would touch something. The heroine also would touch the same thing. Right? This is normal, useless material kamam, which is kalkasa prayojanam illada useless vishayam. Right? I don't know what is the English equivalent for it. But I feel like scolding it, so I scolded it. But I'm saying, but the Krishna consciousness, the same thing. Krishna touched these shlokas. I also want to touch these shlokas. Because Krishna's lips touch these shlokas. Beautiful lips. Padmanabhasya mukha padmasya. Krishna has come from his mouth. This is how Sanjaya is feeling. Alright? Rajan samsmritya. Sambadam imam adbhutam Keshavarjunayoho punyam hrishyami cha muhur. Again and again I am feeling this, reciting this shloka. Muhu. Again and again. Right? Again and again. Muhu. Not once, not twice, not thrice. Again and again. Muhu. I am trying to hear and explain and enjoy this. This is the meaning when someone has realized Krishna. Then again and again hear Prahlada Charitram. Again and again hear Dhruva Charitram. Again and hear Gajendra Upakhyanam. Again and again repeat the same. Degino Asmin Yatadehe. Also sarva-dharmān parityajya. Also everything it is muhu. Again and again he enjoys the same thing. Rupam samsmritya. Rupam ati adbhutam harehe. This Hari's beautiful Rupam samsmritya. I'm getting fainting. Right? I'm fainting seeing this beautiful form of Krishna, how he served as the Partha Sarathi, become a menial servant of Arjuna for the sake of love. When I Vismayo me mahan rajan hrishyami cha punah. So Sanjaya becomes thrilled by speaking Bhagavad Gita. So our experience of Bhagavad Gita while reading and reciting should be like Sanjaya or Dhritarashtra. Sanjaya. Dhritarashtra is thinking whether my son will win or lose. He is completely not thinking about Krishna or Bhagavad Gita. What is he thinking? Whether my son will win or lose. Aham mameti bhava. So Dhritarashtra's experience of Bhagavad Gita is that he slept off. Boring. Right? Just tell me whether my son lost or won. But Sanjaya is getting enthralled, excited, enjoying. Some people, when they hear Bhagavad Gita, they are bored. Why are they bored? They are having material motivation, so they feel bored. When you give up material motivation, surrender to Krishna, we can also enjoy like Sanjaya. And that itself is the goal. What is the goal of reading Bhagavad Gita? To read Bhagavad Gita. Okay? And enjoy Bhagavad Gita. That is the goal of reading Bhagavad Gita. Okay? So stop here. Any questions or comments are welcome.
Simple question, brother. I mean, fundamental. Last. So with Jnana, with knowledge, we get humility, and with humility, we get knowledge. Which comes first?
Humility comes from knowledge.
So first knowledge comes, then we get the humility.
Yes.
So we have to first gain the knowledge.
Yes. How do you get knowledge?
By humble? I don't know. Is it a loop?
4.34. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena seva upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninaha tatpadarshinaha. Go and serve, surrender, massage a devotee's feet.
Is it not like part of humility now? Is it not a circle?
But humility alone cannot give you knowledge. You must have the association and blessings of a pure devotee. The devotee must bless you. Krishna is telling Sudama, you know Sudama, why I am able to remember everything? Because Sandipani Muni blessed me. That is why I am able to remember everything. Really? Krishna is Bhagavan. But what is Krishna saying? You know why I am able to remember everything, Sudama? Sandipani Muni blessed us, right? That is why I am able to remember everything. Right? So, my Shishya Guru says, when a spiritual master is pleased with you, he likes you, then you'll get knowledge. Right? He has to like you. So you have to impress him with your antics. Something you have to do to impress him. When he's impressed by you, then you'll get knowledge. How will you know? When you have knowledge, you will know you have knowledge. Right? And you would have pleased. Right? That's like when you are in the sun, you don't doubt whether there is sun or not. It is too, it's too much to doubt. Right? Too much sun is there to doubt the sun. Similarly, when there is jnanam, prakashakati tatparam, adityavat jnanam. Right? Adityavat jnanam. Right? Like an aditya, like sun. So you will know when you have knowledge that there is knowledge. Yes, I have knowledge. Yes. Grace of the spiritual master.
So probably initially it was hard for me to understand how the roots are up and then the main the top is the bottom. So it took for me some time. Then I will okay. This is the water level. When there is a tree, this is the root here. When the reflection means it starts here only. This is the root.
Yeah.
That's how it becomes at
Yes.
the top,
Yes.
and then top becomes the bottom.
I have a nice presentation on this. Maybe I'll talk about this, the next class or so. 15th chapter. Urdhva Moolam Adha Shakha.
In continuation to the recent explanation you gave, will there be any scenario that a bhakta feels that he impressed the Guru, who is happy? I would not say impressed, it's not appropriate. He will be blessed by Guru, but somehow those blessings are taken back because the bliss you are in at one point of time has little faded when you don't continuously impress or improve yourself to get more blessings from your Guru. Has this happened ever, or is it just mental concoction?
So, blessings of the spiritual master comes in phases. Ye yathamam prapadyante tathaiva bhajamyaham vivartman vartante manushyaha partha sarva-dharmān. So, to the extent we surrender, to that extent we receive reciprocation from the spiritual master. So, initially, when our surrender is even small, spiritual master being merciful, he showers like a rain cloud, like a fresh shower of realization. Even though my surrender is very less, but that is to encourage me to surrender more. Encourage me to surrender more. And sometimes we'll suspend it. So to tell me that I have to go further. Right? And what that further is something, of course, differs from person to person. Yeah. But yeah, so one should not think in a very causative manner as mercy. One should continue to please a spiritual master, and Krishna is very merciful and encourages, like he encouraged Narada Muni in his previous life. As a small boy, he gave darshan, but he suspended that darshan. So Narada Muni had to, go further and then be born as a son of Brahman. That way, become more qualified. In this way, Krishna also wants us to take a further step and gives us a reward sometimes to entice us to come closer. Okay. So this is Krishna's way of attracting us. But another way of saying it is, when we don't want to get any bliss, when I want to simply satisfy the spiritual master alone, even when I am not blissful, that is a greater proof that I have satisfied the spiritual master. When I am ready to satisfy the spiritual master, even when I am not blissful. Because when he is satisfied, why should if I am satisfied or not satisfied, what does it matter? If I am blissful or not blissful, like that is even, of course I understand what you are saying. You are saying if this is like a...
This understanding of that I was in a different state for some time and I'm out of that state. Realization happened, only then you realize that you are at a different state somewhere and you came down. So it is not an intention to ask for whether I'm in the blissed state back or not, but I really appreciate that whether in whichever state you are, you be serving whatever you are serving. Whatever comes, it comes. You just take it and you don't need to neither hanker nor depress nor excite or feel anything.
No, not necessarily. All of us, it's personal process. We can become enthusiastic when there is reciprocation. Definitely that's there. But we can become grateful, right? That gratefulness is also a feeling. That's good. So yeah, I mean your attitude is very nice. All I'm saying is, because it's a personal process, one other way of saying it is, we don't have to be guessing whether we are pleasing the spiritual master or not. We can ask the spiritual master personally. Right? We don't have to make up in the mind. Am I pleasing you or not? Very simply we can ask. Right? That is why we have a physical spiritual master. If not, then we can all accept Krishna as a spiritual master also. He is the Adi Guru. So we can ask, am I pleasing you or not? We can ask. Are my actions pleasing to you? So let's answer the way also. But even this question itself is a nice question, because in that question has the bhav that I want to please. That is also nice. Any other questions? Okay. Thank you. Granthra Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki Jai. Prabhupada ki Jai.
Can I ask something? As we just recently finished Bhagavad Gita reading and to end, I was thinking if all of us can take the Monday realizations actively, because all of us might have little realization while we finish the whole. So I would like to ask anybody want to volunteer.
Sure. And another thing is December 5th, right? So if anyone did not participate in the 18th chapter Bhagavad Gita reading marathon we had prior to Gita Jayanti, you have another opportunity to take a shot. Before New Year, you can target, I'll finish Bhagavad Gita. Okay? You can also plan like that. Right? And you can be a part of the group that Purnia Mataji very nicely, she broke it down. So you can also target like that. Before New Year, there are, I think 24 days are there, like 25 days to go. And you'll also have a lot of vacation, your life will be a little more slower, so you can target like that. And what Mataji is proposing is that if any of you who read the purports, if you want to speak on the Bhagavad Gita, we have a 9 p.m. reading call. So if any of you want to speak on some realizations you had on a shloka, you are welcome to, tell Mataji, and then you can speak. Right? It's a very nice exercise. Okay. Thank you, devotees. Anyone wants to speak?
Will not be a kind of cheating because you gave already a summary in 2 classes. Previous class and this class you covered all the 18 chapters.
I didn't cover. I cover hardly the surface. Right? If you take one verse, urdhamulam adashaka. Right? There is so much we can go. Right? Yomam evam asamudho janati. Even with my alpa jnanam I can speak. Right? So there is so much. Prabhupada spoke on Prabhupada's spiritual master spoke on the first verse of Bhagavatam for 4 months. How many months? Every day. On first verse of Bhagavatam. For 4 months he spoke in Dhaka, Bangladesh. One verse of Bhagavatam. So much is there, so much content is there. Okay, thank you, dear devotees. I have a sincere request to all of you. Okay, I will be going to India tomorrow. I'm going to India for the next 3 weeks. I won't be here, but I still want all of you to come every Saturday. Right, be a part. Right, I'll try to either speak either online, but my plan is that some of you can speak, possibly Krishna willing, and I'm available, but I rather want some of you start speaking using this pretext, or we can read also Prabhupada's transcriptions and that way, come. So I request all of you to please keep coming, right? If you're in town, please come, and then also Sunday morning program also please continue. Right, that will be very nice. I'll be very happy. That will keep me sane and stable when I'm in India. Okay, everyone is coming. Sunday program and Saturday, very nice. So that's my request. So that's my plea. Okay, thank you.
So 3 weeks, bro.
Yes, 3 weeks.
It's too much.